Hey guys, it's Jake here with etrailer. Today we're going to be going over the Diode Dynamics SS3 pod light options. Now where it's going to get its name is it's going to be a 3-inch cube light that is available in driving, flood, fog, and spotlight combinations. And you can get these in a combined pattern. Diode Dynamics is really thinking about you when they looking into getting a set of lights like this. You have to decide what type of light you want. Well, if you don't have a whole lot of room or you don't want to buy tons of different lights, you can get combinations, and that's what we have here. We've got driving and floodlights all in the same light. With the SS3 pod lights and all the different styles, you're going to have 3 different strength patterns. It's going to be Sport being the lowest strength, which are still very, very bright. And then you're going to have the Pros, which is what these are. And then you're going to have Max. That's the Pro right in the middle is where I would kind of hang out. The Max are super, super bright. So if you're doing a lot of off-roading, spending a lot of times in the woods and very dark areas, and you're using these as some of your main source of light, then maybe go with the Max. But in a side-by-side like this, I highly recommend getting the Pros. Now to show you the backlight and the normal mode on the diode lights by themselves, we've got our backlight here. Just see the color in the like the sticker on the wall that we have there, but then when you toggle back to the full strength light, it's obviously a significant difference. We just wanted to show you that the backlight's really more for style and not so much to light up the area. Now to go over the max lumens for each one of these, the max lumens for the Sport is going to be 2,262 lumens. The Pros are going to be 5,796 lumens. And the Max are going to be 7,920 lumens. Now, in addition to that raw output, if you're just using it to drive off-road, we are going to have 4 different options for backlit lights, and that's going to be amber, red, white, and blue. So if you're wanting a more gentle white light and then you want to have a switch to be able to turn it to the bright white light, you can go with the backlit white option. But the amber, I would look at that more of like a safety measure to have running lights on the front of your vehicle. It's just another light to let others know that you're present. If you're wanting to drive around with just your normal headlights on and you're not looking for a super bright light, that's really going to be nice. The red and the blue, I would say those are more so of a style thing, so that you can add a little bit of style to your rig, or if your rig is blue or red, you can match that to it. The white, I think, would really come in handy if you need some low light at a campsite or something like that. These have a very low power draw, so you can use that to kind of see, look around if you're making a trail repair or something like that. It's a very, very low light. Keep in mind, it's a backlight. The LEDs themselves are not super bright, but it'll give you enough light to get some work done. When it comes to getting these lights mounted up, you can see here we've got it on a roll bar bracket that's actually made by Diode Dynamics. The other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a wiring harness. We've got lots of different brackets for whatever scenario you might be in, whether you're putting it on a side-by-side like we are here or putting it on your vehicle. There's lots of custom fit options to replace your fog lights if you decide to go with the SS3 pods to put in your vehicle. But I will say that you will want to pick up the kit that's going to work best for you. Obviously, if you're putting this on a vehicle, the roll bar lights, the mount is probably not going to be the best. But you are going to have to get a harness. The way that this light came is it came in a pair of 2, and it came with just the hardwire options on the backside. To make it much easier to install, we picked up a wiring harness and that roll bar bracket so that we can get it mounted up. It's a plug and play. The only thing you're going to have to wire is you're going to have to wire it to your battery. It's going to have an all aluminum housing. The paint job on it is going to be a powder coat paint job, so it's designed to last for a very long time out in the weather. On the back side, you might notice that this is kind of a unique design. Usually you'll have a heat sink that looks like these little fins on this light. Now these heat sinks are very, very small because this light's very small. It doesn't create a whole lot of heat. Light bars, you'll see these big fins on the back side. That is all to help dissipate heat. Well, Diode Dynamics does it in a different way by using this peg style. It helps to get the heat to dissipate through these pegs so that it helps to cool the light down. It'll draw the heat away from the light itself and help it cool down so that it will allow the light to last for a very long time. Especially when it comes to those Pros and the Maxes, those are very, very warm when you're using them for a long period of time, and ultimately the goal is to use these as much as possible. The Sports are a little bit on the cooler side, so if you want to put those in a more confined area that are kind of restricted airflow, I would definitely go with that option. Well guys, hopefully this video helped you decide which of the Diode Dynamics SS3 pod lights are right for you and your rig.